Meet Emily on a dream trip through Europe with her friends. From the majestic Eiffel Tower in Paris to the historic streets of Rome, every moment is magical. But disaster strikes. Emily drops her phone, thinking she's lost all her precious photos and videos. Panic sets in. Then she remembers GotBackup. Every memory is safely stored in the cloud. Emily gets a new phone, logs into GotBackup, and there they are. Every photo, every video, every memory perfectly intact. Thanks to GotBackup, Emily's adventure is truly unforgettable.
Is that a sign of relief? When you say, there they are, right? We thought we lost all our pictures and suddenly, no, they're all there. Just run the app and all your pictures are there. You can bring them all back. So Tammy, let's share with the audience here. And folks, if you're joining us here today, and you might be coming in after the webinar started, you may be listening to a recording. By all means, just feel free to share your feedback, comment. If you like what you hear, just hit the like button. It just tells the algorithm that the information makes sense and people like it. And at the end of the day, we have a wonderful venture here to share that can really, really impact your life if you're doing the right activities. So Tammy, let's begin with how do we get introduced to GotBackup?
Yeah, so it's been a journey. We've been about less than 3 years building in GotBackup, and super excited because we're growing very fast globally. Joel, the owner of GVO, Global Virtual Opportunities, contacted Chris and I and told us about his new GotBackup project. And that was, like I said, less than 3 years ago. And we thought, you know what, we'll have a look at it. We've known Joel for 25 plus years. We've seen him have huge success online. Chris and I have always been in the network marketing profession since that time we've known him, and building globally. So we thought this would be a huge opportunity. First of all, it's digital, it's simple. Everybody uses devices and uses data storage, which is what we're going to talk about. And it was such a no-brainer for Chris and I to say, oh my gosh, we're on board. And we've been doing extremely well since.
I totally agree, Tammy. And folks, one of the main reasons also that we chose to be part of this venture, it's because over the years, as we've been building our business in network marketing, we've met so many people from different walks of life, different markets, where some economy are emerging, some other economy are not so emerging. They're more in a third world environment. And when you deal with an opportunity that has a US dollar payment, it's very attractive, but it might be also difficult for people to start the business, considering the currency exchange rates, inflation of today. And with GotBackup, the price point is so inexpensive. It's like a cup of a fancy coffee, right? And that's for a month. A coffee, you drink it one time and then you have to buy more. This is for the entire month of use. So the price point is so attractive. In the same time, the potential financially is massive. And the reason for that, if you think of a company like Dropbox, who's also a cloud storage, who has over 700 million users, imagine, let's say that 35% of these people are actually paying customers. Do you see the potential financially? This is the reason why we saw a potential where families can be empowered globally. We do not compete because there's no company in the arena of network marketing that offers a cloud storage as a service and in return provides an income stream, which is absolutely amazing. And my question to you is, why are you here? That's probably the thing, is that you're looking for another stream of income. Maybe you're here because you hear that you can get more cloud space for less amount of money, and that could be why you're here. But the question is, that's my question to you. And my point is that it's time to turn your dreams into reality. And this is exactly what Tammy and I have done with this industry. And GotBackup has been part of our journey. And the fact is, folks, is you deserve it. You deserve the life that you want to live opposed to the life that you have to live, right? So the fact here is you can live your life in your own term. And this is exactly what we're presenting to you here.
Yeah, Chris and I get super passionate about helping people grow and helping people earn extra income, because when you have more, you can do more. And we're really excited about the future of creating legacy. And if you had an opportunity that could bring some profits to you, that you could take that profit and invest it and to double your money or triple your money through passive incomes, would you do it? And most people will. Most people have no issue adding something to their busy schedule if they know it's going to go to something that's very, very productive.
I agree. A little bit of the background from the company. The company began in 1997 from Gatineau, Quebec, and they moved in Texas, USA, in a 10,000 square feet data center because the growth has increased so massively that where they were located in Canada couldn't support the bandwidth. Think of a super highway in a traffic, and you know when you're bumper to bumper, you can't move. That's because the highway is too small considering the population that's trying to come across. That's what I'm talking about. So now in his facility, Joel has added a lot more features, but in the same time, the ability for many, many people to access the service. So let's hear from Joel so you have an idea of what's going on behind the scene.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's.
So that was a segment we wanted to share with you, the security and the feature and how it's done. And in fact, even from that point, a lot has evolved. And I know the server is expanding consistently. Now, there's two trends that we want to share with you that are very important. If you want in business, folks, you want to be in business, you want to be productive, you want to be profitable, you tend to want to be in a space where you know it's going to be there tomorrow. So let us show you why we're sharing this. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and as you can see here, everybody's on their devices. So trend number one is there's so many devices out there in the world and everybody is filling them up. So that's why we get so passionate about it, because data storage is such a big issue when people filling up their devices. But we have such an incredible solution for people that's way better than the competition out there. And we're excited to share that with you.
Sure. And to back up those numbers, by the way, this is statistics that I got from a ChatGPT request based on the percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2025. And that's exactly what it spit out. You can see here from 6% to 64% in 2025. Folks, it constantly grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. Another one that's really important is the size of the cloud storage market worldwide from 2022 to 2030 here, folks. Yeah. Looking at $90 billion in revenue in 2022, and they're predicting over or close to $500 billion in 2030. I think that's a conservative number because everything is digital now. It is so convenient, inexpensive, and so forth. So that's where we're going towards. And here's one of the main reasons. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, everybody's on their devices. That's the bottom line. We can do anything on our devices. We're constantly filling them up. There's so much AI stuff happening now. And it's just, we're really living in a paperless world. You just walk around with your phone and have access to everything.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the other thing is data loss is a growing concern. See, we're not having these 8x5 cards with pictures that we used to show in the 80s and 90s. Or even prior to that. Today, everything is digital. So if you God forbid you lose this device and everything is on it, well, imagine a precious moment where maybe you were filming your daughter or your son's wedding prior to, where the professionals are not there. It's something that was private to you, but it happened to be on your device. It's gone. You see, it's amazing. 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phone or lost their data, folks. It's a very big concern. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptops, cell phones stolen every 43 seconds. So the cloud storage it's a real, tangible, solid business.
Yeah, it really is. And you can see these messages. I'm sure that you've got them before. And the bottom line is you have to remove stuff or you have to pay more. And that's why we're excited about today's project we're sharing with you.
Agreed. Now, the second trend, as I mentioned, there was two trends, is earning more money on the side. 42% of Americans have side businesses, 62% of Gen Z. These, if you look at our generation, Tammy and I, we're just kind of on the edge of the baby boomer. But these kids between 18 or 25, which are young adults now, they all have businesses. My kids have businesses. What about the rest of the world here, folks? That's what we're talking about. That's why this industry is perfect. You can leverage these global trends with GotBackup. That's exactly what we're talking about. So, Tammy, let's introduce the line of products we have.
Yeah, so this was recently launched at the end of last year, which got everybody super excited. They're marketing tools for you to build your business online, to create some automation. I think a lot of people are looking for more time and more freedom, and this is going to allow you to do that. Chris is going to share some of these marketing tools, but I love them because you can also leverage them to generate leads. And that was a big thing. Everybody's looking for leads. So I'm going to share the basic plan, which is 6 terabytes of data storage. And on your account, you can add 5 additional, they call them sub-accounts. And you can decide how much you want to give each person. And each one has their own login, their own password, so you don't get to see their stuff. Unlimited devices, and all of this for $10 a month. When we first saw this, we were blown away. I knew that this had to be in every single household because everybody has a family, and they can really benefit from the value that they're going to have getting their kids on their plans.
Totally agree. And the other the services that are offered with the pro package, these are what the cost, the individually, independently. That's the cost of all of them. For example, VTuber would be like your own video YouTube channel, or testimonial generator, which is a very, very powerful tool, folks, because today you need social credibility. If you want to be credible on any kind of social media post that you're doing, especially if you're selling an opportunity or service or courses, whatever, that is massive use for that. Memory Place, and I know there's a standalone version that you can certainly get, but if you're part of the pro, you have access to the Memory Place. So this is awesome for people who have photo businesses and they have clients and they want to show what they put in, where people can access the pictures and so forth. They can make it downloadable or not. Email marketing platform, very important. Your lifeline is your lists. And that email platform is very inexpensive, and it extends to so many people at a very affording price, because email programs today are very expensive because of the amount of spamming we get. So that's, again, something to consider. And the funnel page builder is really awesome, because you'll find at the end, I'll show you, if you stick around, the reseller pages that the company has done for you. But what if you want a different language? What if you want your own video? What if you wanted to be connected to an email marketing that says different things? You can do all of that with the page builder. And as Tammy stated, each of those tools come in with independent pages, which it's basically a website that's created for you automatically the moment you enroll. And then you can start accumulating leads based on the level of interest to get more information, which you can stay in touch with them. Absolutely awesome, all included. Now, we're going to shift gear a little bit here, folks, because making money with GotBackup is absolutely awesome. I mean, we want to show you the power of this compensation based on the fact that you're sharing this information with the world. But before we begin, just want to let you know that we have some blue diamonds, triple diamonds, double diamonds. We have in different parts of the world, France, Ghana, USA, Canada. We have a lot more diamonds that are actually spreading. I know there's more that are coming about, that are just about to break the barrier. Really, really awesome. And you can see here the rubies that are just expanding in different parts of the world. Really, really awesome. And then we also have emeralds, and I know there's new emeralds that are popping in on a regular basis. I'll have to add them in. And you can see here, in fact, I just saw probably 3 or 4 new sapphire. So I'll explain to you the benefits of reaching these levels, because it opens a compensation plan for you. So, folks, there's 7 ways we get paid. We got backup. And we're going to share with you the first 3 in a little bit more detail, so you have an understanding of the benefit for you, and an understanding that there's 4 more that we're just going to touch on briefly. But Tammy's going to cover the first one, which is the one you get paid every week on. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, so we have the family plan and the pro plan, as you can see. And the family plan, if you share your link, which you get all your links available for you to use to send to people, whether you do it social media or send it through WhatsApp, or, you can talk to anybody you want and send links. And 200% upfront if they sign up monthly. And so that's like $20. If you round it off, it's $20. If they sign up yearly, they save a couple months of payments. Most people go yearly, actually. And you get 50% up front and then 25% ongoing. They pay really great for upfront money, which I really, really love. So you got the pro plan, which is another step up. When you sign somebody up and they decide, you know what, I'm all in, I want all the marketing tools, I want to be able to generate more leads, you get $200 up front. And then your sponsor gets 50 and their sponsor gets 50. And the reason they do that, because most people come in, they need guidance, they need support, they need somebody to help them grow their business. So they also get compensated. So it really encourages supporting people.
I totally agree.
And here's an example. I didn't share on the other slide, but there is a 25% ongoing for customers. So an example of if you had 20 people, they all came in yearly, you're going to make $1,000 in commission. If you had 20 customers, you're going to make $50 ongoing in commission. If you had 20 people who signed up as pro members, your business will go faster if they sign up pro. Then you're going to get $200 per person. That's $4,000 in commission. That's absolutely amazing. And 20 customers that would take the pro plan, they just want to use the marketing tools, you're going to make $100 ongoing every single month. The payout is absolutely amazing.
I totally agree. And now we're going to move on to number 2 and number 3. Number 2 is what we call the cycle earning. And the cycle earning is based on the fact that you have two teams, one on the left team, one on the right team. Okay. It's as simple as that. When you see indirect referral, it's because think about yourself. If you have 3 people to sponsor, where does the third one go? It has to go underneath the right side or the left side. And this is why you see indirect on your right. It's someone above you that made the same decision. So that's what makes it powerful. So now let's talk about the cycle earning. There's 2 tier 1, tier 2. What does that mean? Well, based on your rank, earlier I talked about sapphires. Well, that's when you get paid on tier 2. Before that, you remain on tier 1. So how does that work? Well, step 1 is you need to be active. Okay. So that means you're ordering your products just like you're paying for your Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever it is, Apple TV, Disney Plus. These are all like written $9 to $10 a month, depending on the stuff you want. You could go a little bit higher. As you know, with the Pro, it could be $20 a month, and I'll cover that in a minute because there's more stuff involved. So that's the first one. The number 2 is you enroll 2 partners, one on the left team, one on the right team. Very, very simple. Number 3 is you need to earn a cycle. There has to be 6 people in your business. Now, it could be combined from you bringing 6, or it could be your 2 minimum that you need to bring, and it deviates from that to a total of 6. Or it could be also, as I mentioned earlier, someone above you sharing the same leg as you who's happened to be placing someone because they're building their team. So as long as one of those conditions brings a ratio of 4 to 2, where there's 4 on one side and 2 on the other, that's one cycle. A cycle will be based on the company's profitability and your rank. As I mentioned, if you're sapphire and above, you're in tier 2. Okay. So the question is how many cycles you want. You want 10 cycles, you want 100 cycles, you want 10,000 cycles. You appreciate the income potential here. Now, the cycle match, it's number 3. So when you're a sapphire, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of people that are qualifying for that. You're earning 25% from every single person you brought in based on what they've earned in their cycles. Okay, up to $1,000 each. So that means that you're not going to make $1,000 when you're someone sponsored. It's based on their team's productivity. But the fact here, folks, is this can go up to $20,000 per person as their team grows. If this person becomes a black diamond and you're following the ranks because you're also doing your bare minimum to reach the qualification, which I'll show you is so simple and so easy. It's a no-brainer. The income potential are massive. Think of Dropbox, as I mentioned earlier, 700 million users. Let's say 20 to 30% are active. Do you understand the amount of money? And GotBackup will pay you up to 75% of that income divided in all the different aspects of the comp plan. So absolutely amazing. As I mentioned, there's 7 ways to get paid. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. All of these bonuses kicks in as you move up in rank. The moment you become gold, the generation bonuses kicks in. Right. And then as you move up in rank, then 5, 6, and 7 starts adding on to the income stream, which becomes very attractive. Now, Tammy, let's explain what are the simple steps that people need to apply to build their business.
Yeah. And as you can see, number 1 is to sign up, obviously. And when you start sharing your links and people start signing, you register 2, put 1 left, 1 right. If you have more, you just keep going left and right. And 3, you want to go and get a couple more. That's the key, is always bringing people. And you're going to make some great money up front. Plus, your team starts developing. And the key is to duplicate 1, 2, 3. And if you can duplicate 1, 2, 3 with everybody that comes into the organization, you're going to grow in rank and income automatically through the momentum that's going to kick in.
Totally agree. Hey, welcome, Filara. Great to see you here. And Bakshi, keep up the great work. You just have to send people to these presentations to invite them to look at it and let us help you sell this thing. So great to see you here. Now, folks, how do we get started? Well, it's $20 annually. Folks, you tell me a business that only costs $20 a year. That, I mean, it's you know, right? It's not even realistic. But in this environment, it is absolutely driven. It's absolutely possible
It's
because
digital. Yeah.
yeah, it's a digital service. Now, here's the thing, folks. If you choose the pro package, it is $500 for the entire year. That includes everything that you see here. It includes also your $20. So you're not paying $499.97 plus the $20. You pay $499.97. That's it. You're set for the whole year. Okay. Now, what's really attractive from there is on the following year, you don't pay $500 again. What you're paying is $199.97, which is around $20 a month. Okay, that's the pro package. If you want to go on the family pack on a bit more conservative, then you have the cloud service. Okay, and that's what Tammy talked about. It's $10 a month. We recommend the $100 a year because that way you're not having to renew every single month, but it's paid one time. And then next year, which is 12 months from now, you pay again. And you have access to the service and everything else and everything you have to offer. And I'll share with you everything that comes with it. And of course, you have the enterprise version. That's one here is someone that has a lot of members. It's not the pro package. It's basically the family pack, but on steroids, which is 20 terabytes instead of 6, which is really, really, really awesome. Okay. Very, very competitive. Trust me, folks. Now, in moving forward, Tammy, how many countries are we in?
I always get excited when I say this number, 164, because it's a digital product. You can be in any country. And coming from a product base for 27 years, Chris, it's you can never get into this many markets. I mean, to be able to get product approvals, all this stuff, the physical stuff, it's a lot harder to go into markets. That's why digital is the way to go in today's economy.
I totally agree. And moving forward, folks, you know, recognition is really important, but it's also going to be impacting your income because as you saw earlier, as you move up in rank, it increases the compensation plan's potential for you. So again, I always say BBs cry for it, adults die for it. And this is the rank, folks. Just so you understand, as I mentioned earlier, a bronze, you sponsor one person. A copper, you sponsor two people, one on the left, one on the right, which is exactly the model that you want to duplicate. If you duplicate that, then you become a silver when someone became copper that's part of your enrollment tree. So it's as simple as that. Now, you become gold when you sponsor 5 people and 3 out of those are coppers. There's other little requirements that are necessary, but honestly, it kind of happens by default by doing these activities. Okay. Now when you become a platinum, then you sponsor 10 people. And you know what's cool? These 10 people will qualify you for Sapphire and Emerald. Of course, these 2 has other qualification, but these are met. 5, but the 10 people when you become platinum. Okay. Now you move from tier 1 to tier 2. But as a platinum, remember at gold, you needed 3 copper, just one more person that has one on the left, one on the right. As a sapphire, just one more. Right. So what's happening here is obviously there's other little qualification to meet the requirements, but then as a sapphire, you earn tier 2, and as a platinum year tier 2, as a sapphire, you start earning matching cycle on every single people you brought in. And as you move up to the emerald, ruby, and above, then the compensation plan keeps expanding, percentage keeps increasing, so you have more leverage to benefit from the compensation plan all the way up to black diamond, which I think is absolutely amazing. So as we end, Tammy, let's cover the support, especially you don't want to miss tomorrow. We have a great training for you.
Yeah, there's so much support. You've got your personalized referral link. You have your landing page. You have your email marketing system that is built in. There's videos to learn how to do everything. You've got marketing tools that are always evolving. That's one thing about this owner. He's always evolving. He keeps up to what's going on and the trends that are happening in the world today. You've got regular online presentations. You've got team trainings that are going on. We do the presentations for the company on their channel, Global Virtual Opportunities. Every single Wednesday night, Joel will come in as a guest or share something special that's happening, which is something that's been happening lately, which is really exciting, always evolving. And we do the company trainings as well on Saturday on the Global Virtual Opportunities YouTube channel. Come and join us Saturday morning, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We're always sharing the most important things, specifically the fundamentals and how to generate leads and how to build your business, because we've been doing it for, like we said, 27 years, and we've had massive success in this profession. So we're excited to be part of the digital world.
I totally agree. And folks, listen, as we started this webinar here, folks, we have a product that everyone needs and a business model that everyone can afford. That's what makes it so attractive. And what I'd like to do very quickly for you to maybe see, if you're brand new here, this is your back office. This is what it looks like when you're in. You can see as I'm a pro member, you can see the rank, you can see here all the different tools that we just talked about. Okay, the testimonial generator, the memory place, that's the email marketing, that's the video, the VTuber, and the lead capture here. This is how you communicate with all the leads that came from these capture pages here. And let me share with you what I'm talking about. If you look at the reseller tools here, well, the reseller tool it looks like this. These are all your capture pages. See, all you need to do is copy this link and your ID will be your ID. You see mine because it's my account, but in your account, you will see your ID here. You copy this and you promote it. This one here is awesome for someone who wants to get started. These two here are great for Google ads or Facebook ads. And if you're down here, someone wants to try it for 7 days, a little bit skeptical, not a problem at all. This is more product and opportunity. And this one is just product itself. If someone just wants the product information. And down here, this is good for someone, for example, the one on the left here, someone is very skeptical about network marketing. That's a great approach. And this one here, that's the one I prefer. This is the one that's connected to all my social media platforms. This is the one here that people go into. Very simple. Now, if you move in here and you go into use this tool, very important. Use this tool. It shows you how much of the cloud you're using. And this is the software. If you want to back up your computer, not just your phone, but your computer, you want to download these apps. That's for Windows. That's for Mac. Simple as that. You install this. Once it's installed, it's a little program that runs. You click start, and it starts doing the background. It starts doing the backup in the background. As simple as that. If you want to use your mobile devices, you can come here, but you don't really need to log into your back office for that. You just need to go to the Google Play Store or the Apple Store and simply search for GotBackup. Install it. Even if you're not a member, you can install it. But of course, to be able to log into your account, you need to be a member, because the same credential that are here to get you into your back office will be the exact same one that the app will ask. And boom, the phone starts backing up all your pictures and all your videos. It doesn't back up the settings and all of these things. It backs up all the heavy lifting. Okay. And then from there, that's why we really recommend to watch the videos, because it explains in details the things you should be aware of to maximize and facilitate the transfer as quick as possible. If you click on auto login over here, it will actually take you right into your into your cloud. These are my 3 computers. Okay. So this computer is in Toronto, Canada. This one here is in Daytona Beach, Florida, which is right behind me there. And then this one here is the Pro Max, which is the one I'm talking you through. And as I'm showing these files, I can click on here, and basically you can see all my files are here. This is the root directory of my computer. Simple as that. Okay. Now, if I go in and I want to share, for example, my mobile device. Okay. So here, this is my phone. My phone is backed up. All my pictures and videos are stored in here. If something happens to my device, I can get them back. I can turn around and I can download them back. I can download on my computer or on my phone. Really, really cool. You can see here in 2025, we have 12 months care. Some of you that have been following us from the beginning, from last year in January, all the way up to December, you can see that the directories keep adding every single month. Okay. Now we're back in 2026. And of course, we have January here. Okay. And we're starting all over again in the new year. And if you want here to collaborate and share, this is where you can share these files with the entire world. So I can turn around, for example, this is a transfer file, and Tammy and I are sharing some files because we're working on some AI stuff. And I turn around and I put these, and then she can go ahead and download all of these files on her computer to upload into her AI to clone her voice. Okay, so it's just I wanted to show you a practical reason for that we use it all the time. But these are files on my Mac computer. This is the one on my 15-inch MacBook. You understand what I mean? So there's so much that you can do here. So folks, in closing, what we're talking about here, it's a wonderful opportunity that can really set you good for the rest of your life if you stay the course. Tomorrow, you do not want to miss our training. We're going to be covering on the fundamentals to start GotBackup right. Even if you've been in it for 2 years, a year and a half, tomorrow could be day one in doing this the right way. So Tammy, I'm going to turn this over to finish the presentation. Back to you.
Yeah, so if you're evaluating it for the first time, you happen to hop into our channel, just leave us a comment. We'll send you some information. For those of you who came in through somebody who introduced you to the link, join up, you guys. That's the key, is just jump in. You've got nothing to lose. You've got a great service. Even if you didn't build a business, the service is so amazing. But it's so much easier to build a business that's affordable to the many and that is truly global. So jump on board. You're going to learn everything in the process.
So have yourself a great rest of your weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow. We will teach you exactly how Tammy and I do this business and how do we make a living out of it. Bye for now.